Hello.
Hello, I'm Tara Watson from Mamamia, Australia. How are we?
Good, how are you?
Nice to see you.
Very nice to see you both. So I love this movie. It's so wholesome. It's so heartwarming. So Aunt Helen in the film is obviously Ella's biggest cheerleader, which we love. And I love the dynamic between you both. I'm just curious to learn how you kind of grew that bond together.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
Very quickly. We didn't know each other. We met at Jim's. There was a little lunch.
A little gathering.
You were heading off to make another film. And so it was early in the process. And we met for a day before she left. And it was months before we saw each other again.
Yeah, it was months before. Yeah.
So we had this kind of immediate moment, which was lovely.
Yeah.
And then, it's just the nature of what we get to do. It's you use the text. The text is everything.
That's the entry point.
It's everything.
Yeah.
So it's written on the page how much Helen loves Ella. it's
so I felt
clear.
I felt that. Yeah.
That made my job very easy.
Mine too.
I love that. So Emma,
Yes.
your character, it kind of reminded me of a more optimistic Erin Brockovich in a way.
I love that you said that.
Who was your kind of inspiration when you were shaping this character?
That's a great question. Aaron Brockovich is a great reference. Jim and I spoke a lot and we did a lot of rehearsal together. And, this is a film that harkens back to the classic screwball comedies. And, we're looking at Katharine Hepburn and Barbara Stanwyck and all of these, great, witty, sharp ladies, fast talking ladies. And that was very much something Jim wanted to honor as well. It's not a carbon copy, obviously, but there are elements of that. And it was fun to play with that. It was fun to play with rhythm, and it was fun to play with an American accent, which is so different. Rhythmically, it is just physically and rhythmically, it's just a different, it kind of rolls off the tongue differently.
But it really comes out in the scene with Casey.
Really?
When you're on the roll and you're talking about the things that you care about and but it's an 8-page monologue, but it harkens back to that
time,
style and time of a woman in command of language, but the ideas are catching up with the words, and it's so great. It's such
a great piece of writing. Such a joy to
that speech. When I saw the footage,
that was an audition. That was one of the audition pieces.
It
was crazy,
spectacular.
Yeah.
But you really caught that harkening back to.
Well, that's what he wanted. He wanted to honor those movies and give this person and these characters time to express that, and whatever, you let them breathe in all of that. And it's
really well done.
Thanks, babe.
I never told you that. That scene.
Let's congratulate Jim.
In particular
it's great.
Just great.
Thank you.
So you've both been in some amazing movies the past few years, and you've had some amazing roles. So I'm just curious, what bring when you are offered a script or you look through or offered a project, what draws you to one specific project? What is that little thing that kind of ticks in your brain and you're like, yeah, this is something special?
I get asked to do things. I'm lucky. Once in a while, I get asked to do something. Nothing like this has ever happened where a filmmaker, well, that's not true. James L. Brooks. James Cameron wrote True Lies and said, I've written a movie for you and blah, 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 and I'd like you to do it. And I read it and I was like, oh, it's really great. And so that happened. But that was a long time. That feels like it was a generation ago, at least. This is the first time I got a letter with handwritten stationery saying, I've written this, would you play this part? And it's the script. It's so good and so rich and detailed and complex and contradictory and beautiful that does not happen weekly at my house. That happens once in a lifetime, which is why I'm sitting here today. Yeah. That was a total once in a lifetime. Oh, James L. Brooks would like you to be in a movie. Oh, okay. I didn't have to read it, but I did. But anyway, it's the writing. It's the writing, always.
That's the key, isn't it? And then you feel the spark, and sometimes it's a flicker and sometimes it's a huge electric thing. And you're like, what is this? And I want to sign me up for the ride. I'll do whatever, and that was that was this.
You know, we're actors. That's what we do. We wait. We're not, I mean, you produce and write. I don't write screenplays, but we wait. And we have to live, and we live and we continue to work. But you wait for a moment in your life.
Yeah, you hope that this
like you pray. Like, is it possible that I'm going to get an opportunity to be involved in a project like this that's written by James L. Brooks, directed by him, and then he fills it with beautiful performers, and you go like, yes, that does not happen very often for me. Very rarely. So this was a unique experience. This was not like, oh yeah, maybe not. It's definite.
Yeah, it was all go.
There's one scene in the movie that I'm sure everyone's going to be talking about, the screaming scene. Can you tell me, like, how many takes did that take, and like what were you thinking about when you were screaming? Were you thinking about the scene, or were you thinking about something else just to like fuel your anger?
Just kidding. She's a pro at it, by the way. She's a real pro at screaming. I'd literally, and Jim relished the fact that that I couldn't scream, and he was going to make me scream at some point. And that wasn't in the script originally. That was added in.
It was an added.
It was
moment.
added in, and I'm so glad it happened. I'm so glad.
But the scene where she says, you know, you could scream. This would be helpful.
Yes, exactly.
Just let it out. And she tries and she can't. That was real. That was something we had done, and then we came to add
nice to
that
have a continuation of
into
that.
the sequence later. You know, it to me, it's a metaphor for how I think many of us feel, which is right now we're holding in a lot. The world feels a little scary. There's a lot of conflict. It feels like there's a lot of angry voices shouting at each other, and it feels like there isn't a clear necessary path to peace and calm. And so if we're sitting on that, if we're swallowing all of those feelings, what lets those out better than a big loud scream? And so I think that's why Helen recognizes it. If anyone is feeling pent up rage and disappointment, it's Ella McCay because of the circumstances of her life, her father, her brother, her mother dying very young, her husband who believed in her turns out to be a poo-poo head. Sorry.
Perfect.
And you know what I mean? So like, and then
sort of like this
she gets this job, but then she has no power. And then she tries to wield the power, and then she gets in trouble, and then it gets taken away. And then people are angry at her. What else it's such a metaphor for let it out.
Simple,
isn't that
powerful.
a Disney thing? In Frozen, isn't there a song from Frozen?
Let It Go.
Let It Go?
Yes.
Okay, so it's the adult version of Let It Go.
Yeah. And that's the movie. And on that note.
It's Frozen for adults.
For adults. Great.
So this movie really feels like a slice of old Hollywood. You know, you've got obviously James L. Brooks, incredible. Hans Zimmer, oh my God. So what do you kind of want the audience to take
Jamie
away?
Lee Curtis.
Anne
Albert
Roth.
Brooks.
Anne Roth. The costume designer, Anne Roth.
Yes.
I mean, forget about it.
Yeah. So it's just like the most elite team around this movie. So what do you kind of want audiences to take away, especially with the political climate right now?
Yeah.
Hope.
Yeah.
Hope. It's a movie about hope. I mean, ultimately, it really wrestles with the idea of if it feels chaotic and traumatic, there is no opposite word for that. It says it at the end of the movie. But hope comes close is the last line of the movie. Yeah. And hope coming close right now feels hopeful.
Yeah, that's exactly right.